Hello again everyone. The second part of our topic would be on formula substitution. So in any case where you're given an equation or a formula, the formula will always be given. And in the formula you have two or more variables which will be known except for one which has to be determined. Now in the previous video we have looked into speed, alright? So that particular speed variable would be the variable that you need to find out, and you will actually find out what I mean in the next few slides. Okay, so there are a few steps that you can think about. You do not have to necessarily memorize it, but you just have to understand it. Step number 1 is basically to write the formula down. Step number 2, state values of the known variables. Step number 3, substitute the values into the equation. And step number 4, you solve the equation for the unknown variable. So let us take this example. The surface area of a cone with base radius r and slant height s is given by the formula A is equivalent to pi radius squared plus pi radius s. Find the surface area to 1 decimal point. Please read the question properly because you need to give the answer to 1 decimal point. Of a cone with base radius 5 cm and slant height 7 cm. Given that pi is equivalent to 22 over 7. Now this is a diagram that we can actually think of a cone. Alright, so we are supposed to find the surface area, the total surface area for a cone. And as you look here, you have the slanting height, which is s, and you have the radius for the base circle. So first step is basically to write down the formula. A equals to pi r squared plus pi rs. Alright, it is important for you to write down the formula regardless whether it's given, because with the formula you will be able to solve for the unknown. Second, list down the variables which are known. So pi is 22 over 7, s is equivalent to 7, r is equivalent to 5. And what you need to do is you need to substitute each of these variables into the general formula which is given in step number 1. And finally, use your calculator. You will be able to calculate that the total surface area is 188.6 centimeters squared. In your calculator there will be 188.59 and so forth. There are quite a number of numbers, but remember the question wants us to be in 1 decimal point, so leave it at 1 decimal point as it is. Alright, some exercises you can try out. Exercise 8b, page 158 of your textbook. You may attempt those which you think are challenging, and I would like to forewarn you that there are some equations and also some questions which will require you to find out a different variable given a different circumstance. Alright, so let me go back just 1-2 slides and I'll tell you what I mean. So sorry, we'll just leave it as it is here. Okay, for example, if you're given pi r squared and pi rs, if you're given the area, that's fine. But if you need to find out the radius, you need to do a bit of rearranging. Alright, so this one and this rearrangement will come under another different chapter, but for the time being here, if you think you can rearrange, as I believe you can, the reason is because in your previous lessons you would definitely have the idea of rearranging the equation, but in this particular chapter the focus is basically to try your best not only just to substitute but to rearrange so that the variable that you want to have is given the subject for the equation. Okay, so that's all. Thank you very much.